Just so you know, এখন কয়টা বাজে? It's 6:11 a.m. আমি এখনো ঘুমাইনি, and sorry for my ভাঙা মোবাইল. ভিভোর মতো কোম্পানির তো শুধু ইনফ্লুয়েন্সার্সদেরকে স্পন্সর করে, আমরা তো জাস্ট গরিব ছোট চ্যানেল, ফটোগ্রাফি চ্যানেল. Anyway, enough of sad stuff. Let's start the video. Okay, as you guys know already what the video is about. It's mainly about how I shot the commercial of this BMW i8 that I recently, very recently uploaded on my channel as well. If you haven't seen that video yet, I would highly suggest you to go and check that video out first. It will pop up right above my head here or here, I don't know. You need to go and watch that video and then come to this video, because it is basically a breakdown video of what I have done on that shoot. This is the very first time when I was shooting a car, and I had an idea that why not include a character in it. You know, when we include a character in a car commercial, especially, that provides us more flexibility on showcasing the car or what the car is about. I have made this mistake before during shooting the BMW 7 Series. There was no model, there was no one, so I couldn't really show any feature of the car. But in this case, BMW i8 doesn't really have that much feature. It is basically made for a sporty, you know, a two-seater car. It's basically fit for that, so it does not have any luxury feature in it. But if you consider that this is Bangladesh, and within the Bangladeshi standard, shooting a BMW in general, driving a BMW i8 in the street is unique to itself. It's like every head will turn around and will stalk you as much as they can. So this was the challenging part when we were shooting the i8. Character building was way easier because I had in mind that I will not take any model, because directing a model is harder for me, as I'm already a solo content creator. I like to be a little light as possible. So what I did is I reached up to my team, which is digital content creators. So there are plenty of guys who are content creators, so I reached out one of them and asked him to model for me. It was pretty simple, and as he is a creator as well, he will understand what I'm suggesting and what I'm trying to direct him. So that was the easy part. The story part wasn't hard at all. The story itself was pretty simple. I wanted to showcase a very simple guy who had this, you know, hard life and didn't had much to do. He was really bored and really pulled back. So about this BMW i8, what it meant is it is light. The car is light. When it came out back in 2013, it was supposed to be one of the lightest car. So it is a light car. So with that, I matched the story. So what I did is I basically tried to portray that the character needs to feel free. He needs a little space to breathe. So through that, I connected the car, and that's how all it was done. Now comes the shooting part. The shooting part was very difficult. It took us 2 days to complete the shoot. Usually I prefer and always take at least 2 days shooting a single car. It's because when I'm shooting a car, I do not have this mentality to only shoot a cinematic video of a car, but to really portray what the car is meant to be, what the car represents. So I have all of that in mind when I'm shooting a car.
So basically এখন আমরা ডিটেইল শট নিলাম, গাড়িতে যত ফিচার আছে, যত রকমের ফিচার থাকে প্রতিটা গাড়িতে।
And one of the key part of automotive videography is detail shots. গাড়ির প্রতিটা ডিটেল ম্যাটার করে, যেমন i8 লোগো থেকে শুরু করে BMW লোগো, লাইটসের ডিজাইন, সব কিছু ম্যাটার করে। তো এখন বেসিক্যালি আমরা এটাই করতেছি গাড়ির প্রতিটা। Same thing goes with the BMW i8 commercial. So I shared everything with my client and he was cool too. So first day of shooting, I took the car out for rolling shots, and rolling shots are hard to take in Dhaka because everywhere you go it's jam-packed. There's rickshaw, there's bicycles, there's cycles, there's people walking on the road. So it's hard, it's really hard to take rollers in the city. So what we did is we took the car a little out of the city, which is called Mawa. It's one of the first expressway in Bangladesh. But as it is Bangladesh, it's still very risky because people still will cross an express road. Anyway, we took it out to the expressway to take the rolling shots. When I'm taking rolling shots, when I'm taking shots of the car moving, I want it fast. This is just my preference. I don't know about you guys. This is just my preference that I like it a little bit faster. When I'm shooting a sports car, when I shot the Mustang as well, I did it on the Mawa Expressway. So same thing goes to that. We went to the Mawa Expressway. Thankfully it wasn't that bad of a weather. You know, it matters a lot. The weather matters a lot when you're shooting a car. And the BMW i8 was matte black wrapped, so it was extremely hard to shoot at night. It was impossible to shoot at night actually. So what we did is we found a day that was not very sunny and not very cloudy. So it was just in between. We took out the car, we went on a ride as usual. We spent hours and hours and hours taking rolling shots. First day of the shoot went into rolling shots and the storyline shit. So there goes that. Now comes the second day. Second day is the most toughest part of the video, of the whole video. It's the second day of shooting the i8 promo commercial video. এটা not for BMW, আগে থেকে বলে দিচ্ছি। এখন আমরা বেসিক্যালি আজকে হচ্ছে এন্ড শটস নেব, যা যা লাগে, যেমন ডিটেলস। আমরা ফার্স্ট একদিন জাস্ট রোলিংয়ের সব শটস ডান করে ফেলছি। রোলিংয়ের আমাদের আর কিচ্ছু বাকি নেই। এখন যেগুলো বাকি আছে জাস্ট ডিটেলস, ইন্টেরিয়ার, দরজা খোলার ব্যাপারগুলো। সো এগুলো এখন আমরা শেষ করতেছি এখানে। সো হচ্ছে বাকি দিন তো এখনো পড়ে গিয়েছে। লেটস সি। You guys just watch the video, like it's 2 minute to 2.3 minute video. It's easy to watch, you know, it's easy to judge. But that 2.3 minute video took us 22+ days to shoot, and God knows how many hours to edit. So there goes that. Then it's the second day of shooting. Again we went out, and it was certainly not Mawa. We needed some detail shots, we needed some still shots, we needed some climax shot for the character to, you know, play with the car and all. So we just did that. And the location we chose was probably the worst location that you can ever choose if you're in Dhaka and you're shooting a car, especially if it's an exotic car. People will eat you up, they will surround you like zombies, and it happens. So, and it's very obvious for them, you know, it isn't usual to see such beautiful cars in the streets. It's now becoming very normal, day by day. But yeah, there goes that. Anyway, so we took it out in Hatir Jheel, a place called Hatir Jheel. So it's basically a jam-packed place. So we tried to reach it as early as possible so that we do not have to witness so much crowd, or we don't have to handle so much crowd. And usually when I go to shoot, I always have 3 to 4 guys person with me, as always, like all time, because some of them has to control the crowd. You know, they come in and they take selfies and they do that, they do this, and that is extremely disturbing for me because I'm trying to be in a moment and I'm trying to compose a shot right there and you just stand up in front of my camera, that's not their fault. But yes, for that reason, there's always people with me when I'm shooting. So we took the shots, and it was hell of a work to do that. Anyway, for your information, I did shoot the entire thing handheld, and there is a reason to it. I wanted to have it an organic view, you know. This is the main reason I always shoot handheld, and to me, I guess the handheld shooting is the best way to shoot, unless or until you are shooting something that is running and you have to run too, so then handheld is just impossible. Now there comes the part where we take the detail shots. Detail shots are easier to take because I just know that what part that I need to show, what part I don't. So detail shots are very easy to shoot as well if you know how to compose it. Another hard part was the two doors closing at the same time. Now the i8 doesn't have the automatic door closing system like the Rolls-Royce or the Maybach, so we had to close it manually. So while I was shooting, what I did is I asked two of the drivers to go inside, sit inside the car, and just 3, 2, 1 and pull the door down. So what I did is pretty simple. I just moved the camera forward slowly, and someone from my team yelled at the driver like, "Akon!" It's like right now, and they'll close the door at the proper time, at the same time, like boom. And that shot took at least 10 to 11 takes to get done. But luckily, after every single pain, we did shoot the car, and it was beautifully done. So here goes the entire part of shooting and how it went down. Now let me tell you about the camera setup I used. It was the A7 III, the Sony A7 III that I always use, and the 16mm for the wider shots, and the 85mm for close-ups or detail shots. Now I need a 70-200 Sony, but apparently it costs way out of my league, so I cannot afford it. So this is why I'm not changing any lens by now. And gimbals, I did not use any gimbals whatsoever. It was handheld. Even I feel bad shooting in the same location over and over again, because many of the time the clients do not really want to go outside of Dhaka, and to really get a beautiful location to shoot, a damn good location to shoot with a good car, you really have to go out of Dhaka. But most of the clients in Bangladesh especially will not decide to do that, and I understand that. I understand their perspective of this problem, because it's expensive cars that I'm shooting, and if anything happens to it by any chance, it'll be a big bummer. So this is the reason many of the dealers, many of the showrooms don't really let you go outside of Dhaka to shoot the car. So anyway, I hope things change in the future. I hope we get to take a 4x4 out in the mountain and shoot a goddamn Godzilla type of video. I don't know what. And I hope you enjoyed this little behind the scene of what exhausting work I do. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you loved the video. I hope you learned something from this. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And we're done today. This is pack up from my side for the client work, and I will see you on the next video. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, because আমি এই ভোরবেলায় ভিডিও বানাচ্ছি। And bye bye, অনেক কিছু।